And welcome back to Casual Sunday Gamer. I am your host, Patrick.
And I'm Alex.
And we have been gone for about a week and a half.
Yes, we have. And yeah, so apparently unplugging my audio device and plugging it back in didn't work very well.
Yeah, I can hear you, so now you're gone.
Yeah, now I'm back.
Oh,
Okay.
now you're back again.
Yeah, so
Alright. Don't you know you never unplug anything once it's working?
well, we weren't technically working.
Well, your headset was working.
So
So,
before when we were talking about just when we were talking but we weren't really recording, I was saying that you're obviously on location.
yes, I have a
Not
all new background behind me this week, which won't be here next week, so
right. And then we're recording a little bit later than usual because if I had been recording, or if we'd recorded yesterday, I would have been recording on location. And I was just talking about how I was in the backwoods of North Carolina with my wife, and we couldn't even stream like the previews of videos. Um, but that being said, I said it was a town that fit me because patience was the expectation.
yeah.
Like they got to you when they got to you, and that was so refreshing to me. I was just like, yes, I'm
That's
good with this. Like if you didn't have an hour and a half to sit there at dinner with your wife, then you shouldn't have taken your wife out to dinner.
there
If you
you
were
go.
expecting 30 minutes worth of service and out the door, you were in the wrong place, and I loved it.
Well, hey, if you've got the time, absolutely.
Well, and that's the thing is like everything shuts down at 5 or 6, and then you have like an hour or an hour and a half to eat, and then like all the restaurants are closed by 8. So we were walking back at it's like almost 9 o'clock on the first night we got there. We actually went out to eat at a really nice place. I got to talk to a few of the locals, and we're walking back to the inn um, in which we were staying, and it was like we were the only ones on the road. It was like walking back to it's like walking back to your dorm at 4 o'clock in the morning after the party's already over, but it was 9 o'clock at night,
There you go.
and like
That's nice.
everybody was like ready to hit the bed and stuff. I'm like, yes, they should call this Franklinville.
Everything closes at 6 and everybody's in bed by 9.
That's right. And if you wake up at 8, like everybody else is already up and moving. It's like, well, I slept in. No, no, I didn't. It's 9 o'clock.
Yeah, yeah. I've gotten up at 8 the last couple of mornings myself, Sunday and today. Which, today I had to go to work, even though it's Labor Day. It's just part of, what's the old saying? In fact, I think you said it this week. Salary spells slave.
Salary, salary mostly spells slave. Yep.
Yeah, yeah. So I had to get up and go to work today, but yesterday I had to get up about 8, and I'm obviously here with sitting with my grandmother. That's part of what I'm doing on location. So I had to get up and go get her breakfast yesterday morning. She's not really an early riser, but these restaurants for some weird reason quit serving breakfast at like 10 a.m. What the hell? I mean, come on, man. Some of us, like to get our brunch on.
Well, but lunch starts at 11.
Technically, it starts at 10:30 if you're a fast food restaurant.
Yeah, because people's lunch breaks start at 11. You should
Yeah,
know this. Oh, that's right. You came in on our lunch break.
yeah,
So
but
many days.
shush. So, yeah, getting to play a lot of games while I'm here. You were talking before the show about my extended camera view. I'm actually using casting today from using a 46-inch television as my monitor, and I have quite a bit of real estate available. Been playing some heroes on this thing, and let me tell you, it looks really good. I see an Abagina.
Yep.
Hi.
All right. You're going to bed. Good night. Love you. Okay.
All right.
Sorry. Interruption.
Yeah, so had we recorded last night, I was with Abigail and Timberly last night, and had we recorded, I was on 3G myself out in the sticks of Maryville, so probably wouldn't have
Boonies.
been able to been very good anyway.
Yep. Yep. So you've been playing games, and we were talking about you playing some Heroes of the Storm on there. So just a little bit of a plug. Uh, we are going to be doing some Let's Plays of that soon. So stay
Maybe
tuned.
sooner than later.
Maybe even after the show tonight.
Yeah, I'm not
It's a
saying
good episode.
I'm not saying I've already got it queued up, but I might already have it queued up, ready to go.
Oh well, yeah, okay. Well then, while you're leading us into our story, I guess I'll go ahead and cue mine up.
All right, so um, we were going to talk about this last week, but we ended up not getting to it. So the question is, why does Hollywood keep making video game movies?
Because
You know,
they're awesome.
that that is completely one point of view.
You know, the
it really
critics and I
depends on the
don't get
movie.
along.
So
What? You don't like Godzilla? What?
no, I love the new Godzilla.
No. I was talking about critics.
Oh, critics, yeah, okay,
Totally talking about critics.
and let's talk about Super Mario Brothers that came out 22 years ago now. Has it been that
Oh,
long?
yeah. Yeah, it was something like that.
Yeah.
But I didn't like the movie, so that was one that the critics and I agreed on.
I didn't care much for it either, and it was I guess for me it was more along the lines of how they portrayed uh, Bowser and the Koopa Troopers and stuff like that. It was just they were guys wearing mushroom caps, and that was kind of stupid. But
Yeah,
but
just
we're approaching or have just recently passed the 20th anniversary of the Mortal Kombat movies. Those were movies I enjoyed.
yeah. I like the first one. Okay, it grew on me, I guess. I didn't care for the second one.
Yeah, well, the first Mortal Kombat movie, it says here in this article that you can see I'm looking at on Forbes, was a $17 million production that shocked the industry, notching a $23 million debut and $122 million total back in 1995. You've got uh, 5 Resident Evil films that have come out, and they're working on a 6th. You
I've
had,
seen the first 3 Resident Evil movies, and I actually enjoyed them enough. The first one I've watched multiple times. The second and third one I've only seen once a piece.
well, that's more than me. I think I've only seen the first 3, but I'm not sure.
Apocalypse was the last one that I watched.
Yeah. So there was the Tomb Raider movies. Now, the Tomb Raider film, technically, I guess they're saying it crashed and burned. Still notched a $47 million opening, basically on the shoulders of Angelina Jolie as Lara Croft. But it ended up with 247 million worldwide. But however, the sequel, Cradle of Life, was far and away the better film. And then you've got things like the Street Fighter movie with Jean-Claude Van Damme. You had the Hitman movie with Timothy Olyphant.
Yep.
I personally, a lot of people talk down about the Hitman movie, but I really enjoyed it. I thought it was for what it was. I thought it was a good spy movie, assassin movie, more than a video game movie.
Yeah, I liked parts of it. But as a fan of the game, I felt like it didn't really capture the game. So I think if you treat it as a separate entity, it's a decent action flick. But if you're looking at it as a video game adaptation, I don't think it really did much. And that's not the same as a Super Mario Brothers or a Street Fighter. And I feel like both of those movies really failed at what they were trying to do. I didn't like, and I was a Jean-Claude Van Damme fan for the longest time. In fact, I was a big Jean-Claude Van Damme fan when this movie came out, and I still didn't like it.
Yeah. Well, Disney even got in on it when they released The Prince of Persia: Sands of Time with Jake Gyllenhaal. Now that movie earned 330 million worldwide, but had a 200 million dollar budget, and due to that was considered a disaster,
Yeah.
and steered a lot of people away from video game movies for quite a while.
Well, and here's the thing: is if you're going to make a video game movie, you got to be smart with the video game movie. Mortal Kombat was a huge success as far as a video game, a single video game was concerned. Yes, it had a successful series, but the Mortal Kombat game, the very first game, was a huge success. So was Street Fighter. So it's not just saying that just because the video game is successful, that the movie is going to be successful as well. You have to make smart decisions in your casting, and you have to make smart decisions, the storyline, and where you're going to take that movie. Prince of Persia didn't really have either. Um, it's a good game, but it didn't have that huge following. Um, that being said, uh, what do you do with a movie like that? Um, I don't know that you can really do much with it. You definitely don't put that many millions of dollars into it. And yeah, it ended up making more than it cost. But at the at the end of the day, you're not looking to just recoup your costs when you make a movie. You're looking at making a profit. And Prince of Persia wasn't bad. It just wasn't great. And you look at these you look at the video games themselves, and do they tell a story? Mortal Kombat actually did kind of had a story. A lot of people would consider it a weak story. It's a tournament where you fight to the death, and one person gets to go up,
and try to fight to the death again, and over
right.
and over and over.
Yeah, but Street Fighter 2 didn't even really have that. Like, you never really got like the story of the tournament. You actually had to go behind the scenes and get what was going on.
Right.
Prince of Persia, the story is okay in the series. It wasn't for everybody, and to put that kind of production value behind something like that, I just don't think it was a very good decision. Super Mario Brothers, they completely changed. Like, they tried to be clever with it, and it didn't work for them. And with Hitman, I don't know that Hitman translates well into a movie the way that it is. So they tried something different, almost like a Bourne Identity theme going on with that movie, and I was okay with that from a movie standpoint. But in the end, it wasn't. He just didn't feel like Timothy Olyphant did a great job with the character in the movie that he was in, but I don't feel like he did a good job portraying Agent 47.
I gotcha. So with that said, Hollywood has recently been, knocking on some video game companies' doors to pick up some new IPs to try to bring to the big screen. And one of those that we were talking about earlier is just recently, 20th Century Fox has released some images of Michael Fassbender, who most people know as Magneto from the new X-Men First Class and X-Men Days of Future Past. He will be portraying the main character in an Assassin's Creed based movie. Now, I'm a huge fan of this series, and
Right.
I've been saying for a while that the stories that they told in the first few games were really good about Desmond's ancestry and how all that worked.
Right.
And then at the end of Assassin's Creed 3, they kind of wrap up that storyline, and then they released 4, and now there's, another one out there now that I've not even played yet. So I don't know if maybe they're should have wrapped the series at 3 in the game wise, but I think if they tell, so the rumor is that the character Fassbender is playing is not one of the characters from the series. He's a completely separate assassin, but it falls in that video game universe.
Hmm. See, this is I think is going to run into a lot of the same problem that Hitman ran into. You've got a movie that's about a video game, but it's not about a video game. So, like, you don't have that opportunity to get the people involved in that story because when they get to it, it's different than what they saw in the movies.
Yeah, and I mean,
But you don't want to tell the same story. It's like you know
right.
a lot of people when they go to a movie that's based on a book, a lot of people are like, oh, the book was so much better. Why didn't they just take it and make it like the book? Well, because you've already read the book.
Yeah, and a lot of people were talking that they should have told the movie should have told the story of Ezio,
Right.
from the Assassin's Creed 2
The original.
trilogy.
Right.
Yeah, and I could have seen that as working because there were three games in Assassin's Creed 2. So you had
Right.
Assassin's Creed 2, you had Brotherhood, and then you had I can't remember the name of the third one, but
Bloodlines.
they were all three really well put together, and they all continued the single story that was begun in 2, and it worked. It worked really well.
Right. Because that story was so big, they had to flesh it out. They had to finish it. And you know, I'm not saying that an Ezio based movie wouldn't work, but I'm saying um, we've already seen it. What are you going to do that's different? You know, what are you going to what story are you going to tell us that we haven't already seen or can see just by going to play the game?
Right.
And you know, if you're someone who's going to put a lot of money behind a movie and you want a movie like this to have big production value, then you know, what are you going to give us that's different from the video game? What are you going to give us that isn't going to detract from that story that's going to make us want to see the movie and then go play the video game?
Yeah.
I don't think there
I
is
agree.
anything.
Yeah. Also, on this same topic, Hollywood has also approached Lionsgate about making a Borderlands movie. Now, there's a interesting concept. If you're not familiar, Borderlands is a cel-shaded first-person shooter set on a distant planet where they're mining for some exotic ores, and you go in as what's called a vault hunter, and basically you're like an outer space Indiana Jones.
Yeah, and you're going from a franchise like Assassin's Creed, where you don't really have a lot of room to move, to a franchise that's almost wide open. I mean, I feel like with the new release of Mad Max, that this is the perfect time if you're going to do a Borderlands movie. Go ahead and capitalize on that momentum that Mad Max has given you, because this is very much a futuristic dystopia type video game, and I feel like it translates well into a movie because while yes, it did have a story, that story there's so many different facets that you just that aren't part of a main storyline of a movie that people are going to see and expect you to follow. There's so much play. There's so much you can do with it, and yeah, I'm not a huge Borderlands fan, but that being said, I still enjoyed playing the game, and I would enjoy watching a movie.
Yeah, I agree. The other news, and this is another one I think would make the transition to a fantastic movie, is Sony, who is looking to release a movie based on the game series Uncharted by Naughty Dog.
You know, I'm iffy on this one, and the reason why is I'm a huge fan of the Uncharted series. Guys, if you haven't played Uncharted, any of the Uncharted's, you owe it to yourself to play these games. it is a prime example of video gaming done right. Um, Probably one of my favorite series. I mean, I would even put it top three. It's so good, so very good, and
Yeah,
yeah. Aside from Bioshock, I just don't know of a video game series that just I just couldn't wait until I found out what happened next.
yeah,
Um, so if you're going to do Uncharted, you got to do it right. You got to put the budget behind it. You got to make it great. You got to get someone who's going to write just a knockout story, and you have to make it amazing because the video games are amazing.
yeah. And this is the only game that we've talked about thus far of the new video game movies that actually already has a release date attached to it. And according to Sony, they are targeting a June 30th, 2017. So, a little under 2 years we'll be sitting in a theater deciding whether or not they made the right call on this.
That is so scary. Like I said, they've got to make this thing amazing. Nothing less than amazing, and the movie will be considered a bust.
And staying on this topic, I just found another article that Forbes released 3 days ago. So on the 4th, which was Friday, um, and it states, you have no idea what's coming. So I'm going completely for the look on your face when we get to this.
Oh, great!
Considering all the gaming related movies as of late, it didn't take long before Hollywood focused its gaze upon Capcom's much loved Mega Man series.
Mm.
So apparently, the movie's production is being headed up by 20th Century Fox. Um, it already has a producer attached. Let's see. The latter of the producers recently have been involved with the new Planet of the Apes movies.
Oh,
So over the years, Mega Man has had multiple iterations and has built up a decent fan base. However, Capcom hasn't managed the license all that well, as they canned multiple games, which caused a great deal of uproar with the fans. That said, Capcom is trying to breathe new life into Mega Man as they recently released the Legacy Collection across multiple platforms and already have an animated series currently in the works.
and see that is where that money is. If you are going to do Mega Man, you have to do it animated. If you try to live action Mega Man, it is going to fail. It is going to be so bad. Um, but if you do Mega Man much in like a Wreck It Ralph style movie or like an
Yes.
Incredible style movie, you can make that so good, and it will bring in people from all age demographics to come and watch that movie. You'll get new people in to see it. You'll get old timers like me who played Mega Man when it was hot and out on the market fresh. We'd never heard anything like the type of attention to the music that they put into a video game like they put into Mega Man. It was just I would just turn it on and listen to that little 8-bit Nintendo just wear that music out. I don't see it working as a live action movie. I just don't think it's going to do well at all.
Yeah, I agree 100%. I think if you do this in a uh, animation style, like you had said, like Wreck It Ralph, this could be an amazing film. I mean, it's there. There's plenty of content in the Mega Man universe, so I mean, it's not like you have to really reach to create new material. You can retell the stories, from the past games and make it a compelling animated movie. Now, whether or not they're going to do that, I highly doubt it. I bet they go live action with a completely new story, some sort of an origin story, and we'll see how that plays out. But
Yeah, I just
only
can't.
time will tell.
Just please don't let Disney do it. If you're gonna, oh gosh, that just breaks my heart. That's just not gonna be good. Well, I mean, see, here's the deal. It's not just that unless it's animated, Disney struggles with it. It's almost like a proven track record with them. Um, wasn't it? It was Disney that did Need for Speed, wasn't it?
The new Need for Speed?
Yeah, didn't they do the Need for Speed that we were just talking about that had oh, what was his name? The guy from Breaking Bad.
Aaron Paul?
Yeah. Oh, I could have sworn that was a Disney studio that did that movie. Anyways, I thought it was one of the best movies that no one knew about. I thought the storytelling was great, the cars were great. Yeah, the surprise appearance for me of Michael Keaton
Yeah.
was just great. But I thought Aaron Paul did a great job. I thought that the movie itself moved at a great pace. Like I said, I loved the cars. The cars were the stars, of course. But I thought that all in all, it was a great movie. And
It was DreamWorks.
okay, so DreamWorks is owned by Disney now. So, right? Isn't DreamWorks owned by Disney now? Or maybe they did it in collaboration. Maybe they're doing. I don't know. Anyways, the point is, if you're going to do a live action movie, you need to put some capital behind not only the movie but in advertising the movie. Because I didn't even know when this movie hit theaters. I'd heard about it, and then suddenly it's coming out on DVD.
Yeah, currently DreamWorks films are marketed and distributed by Walt Disney Studios under its Touchstone Pictures banner.
Yep. I thought that was it.
Yep. All right.
But I mean, you look at what Disney did with Prince of Persia. They advertised the heck out of it. It wasn't a franchise that necessarily needed a movie.
Well, and I don't know. That's a toss up because I think Prince of Persia is I'm not a big fan of the gameplay in the series, but I was a big fan of the storytelling in that series. I thought it told a really compelling story. And
well, but yeah, but that you need more than that. You know, you look at Wing Commander. Wing Commander was a great example of a movie or a video game series that told a great story, but the movie was just awful. It was so bad. Double Dragon. I felt like Double Dragon had a story. It wasn't a super great story, but it was still a story. It was terrible too. Um, oh, what else? What was the Rock movie? Video game movie had the Rock in it.
Doom.
Doom. Oh God, so bad. It had one redeeming. It had like the one redeeming scene where they moved into like the Doom screen mode. But I mean, for the most part, that movie was just terrible. Um, yeah, and I'm trying. I know there's got to be another couple of video game movies out there that just didn't do well. Um, but I can't think. Like I couldn't even think of Doom.
Yeah. Yeah, well, there's quite a few of them out there, and we could probably spend all night digging into them.
Yeah, I just
So
the Mega Man movie saddens me. But I think the new Hitman movie, Agent 47, that's coming out, I think it looks good. I don't know that it's I don't know that it's going to do the franchise much better than the
the
original did.
reviews for Hitman 47 have not been kind from both critics and fans.
Well, yeah, I don't necessarily put a lot of stock in what the critics say anymore because unless you're pushing some boundary somewhere, the critics are pretty much not going to like you, or unless you did an amazing movie on like what it costs to buy a pack of chewing gum or something.
Right.
They're not even going to look at you. But yeah, I feel like Agent 47 is not going to be a bad movie. It's maybe worth spending a matinee movie ticket on. And then we got Warcraft coming out, which from everything I've seen, it looks like it's going to be really good. So it's you put the budget behind it, make sure that you got the story, make sure you got the writers, make sure you got the people in it that want it to succeed. Um, and I think you can make a successful video game movie, but you have to walk that balance of giving the people who are invested in that series a taste of the video game, but a story that isn't just a rehashing of the video game.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. I agree 100% with that assessment. I think that pretty much says everything about what people are looking for when they go to the theater to see one of these movies based on a franchise that they love.
Yeah.
So.
And I did mean to agree with you earlier. The Cradle of Life, feel like, was a better Lara Croft story, but I feel like the first movie was a better movie.
Yeah. Yeah. I agree with that as well. All right. So real quick, I just would like to mention that this week's Casual Sunday Gamer is brought to you by a new game show on Twitch. Folks, there's a new game in town, and it's called Trivia Geeks.
Yay, Trivia Geeks!
Each week, join your MC Sean and his two co-hosts, Carrie and Daryl, and their special guests as they tackle trivia challenges, all in the hopes of becoming the most trivial geeks on the internet. You can find them on Facebook at facebook.com/TriviaGeekShow or on Twitter at TriviaGeekShow. And we thank them for their support. And if you guys haven't checked out their show, you need to. It's fantastic.
Yeah, and we'll link that in our Facebook page as well.
Yeah, because I have talked to Sean, and there might be a chance I might be appearing on Trivia Geeks sometime in the near future. So.
Lord help us all.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. see how much absolutely useless knowledge is rolling around in my head.
This is one of those times where I'm just not going to say anything.
Come on.
Safer. Definitely safer for me to not say anything. Okay, so yeah, we all know there's all kinds of useless trivia knowledge in your head. Come on. Get on there. Rock their socks.
Yeah. All right. So, do you have anything else you want to talk about this week?
No, just I'm excited for our new show, and hopefully we'll be getting that up and going soon. We're a little bit behind schedule on it, but when you're part timers and you don't do this for a living, sometimes it takes a little longer to get stuff done. So it's coming. We're excited about it. I'm still excited about it, and I'm itching to get started with it. So.
Yeah, me too. Me too. In fact, I'm going to be following up here shortly, probably tomorrow, on where we stand on that, because I'm hoping to get the first episode under our belt before the end of September. So
it'd be nice.
All right.
Maybe.
Yeah,
we'll get it there. One of the things though that we have learned doing this the hard way is that you just don't push. You let things happen as you have to let them happen. Otherwise, you put yourself in a bad spot. So we are being patient and doing this the right way.
Exactly, and that's the important thing is make sure we make sure we get it done right.
Yep.
All right, do you have anything else you want to talk about this week?
Nope.
Then why don't we go kill some stuff?
All right, so are we going to stream this or are we going to switch?
We are going to stream it.
All right, so
from my perspective, so
from your perspective, so guess I'm going to kill my video feed and call back in audio. That cool?
You can just kill your video feed without killing your audio feed.
Just
click the camera at the bottom of the Skype window. It should turn off your camera.
Right, okay. That works for me.
Yeah, you're good. Because I have already set up the video ready to go.
Sweet. Are we pulling anyone else in?
I don't know. Who's on?
Don't know.
Doesn't look like anybody that's not already in a game.
Well, we just need to take care of that. All right, so we'll let. Let's see. I am showing that James is on, so we need just send him a message letting him know that when he gets out of his game, he needs to wait on us. I'm just kidding. All right, so I have one more quest in my daily queue as a specialist. I did 2 earlier.
I have to play a Warcraft assassin.
Oh, look at that! You've already got Jaina picked.
Yep.
I should have known. I know the popular pick for me right now would be Nazebo, but since he's a free-to-play character, I think I'm. Oh, never mind. Zagara is a free-to-play character too, which means that I will be going with the Dark Lady herself. I will be playing as Sylvanas.
All right. Excellent. Well then, let us do this.
Oh, are we AI?
Yeah, we're gonna AI it.
Okay. Oh wow. No healers yet again. Color me surprised.
Yeah.
Oh,
And it's
my
your favorite map.
Dang it.
What does the control button do once we get into game? Does it open up a side window?
Yeah, it opens up your talents, I think.
Oh yeah, because I have that set as my push to talk key, so this should be interesting.
Yeah, I used to do that with when we were using Ventrilo all the time. So like the whole time we were playing, I was constantly pulling my talents up. The talent.
Well, people can see what I pick.
Oh, I keep knocking my modem off. Not my modem, my router. Okay. So let's see. What am I going to pick? Oh, barbed shot this. Shart. Oh, shart.
You don't want to shard it. Trust me, it's
No.
bad.
No, I don't. Okay, so I need to put some sound back on this. I won't do music, but I need to hear what's going on a little bit. Okay. Yikes.
Alright, so I'm going bottom lane by myself. I'll let you know who's down here.
Okay. I'm coming up here with Muradin. You tend to have pretty good lane clear. You should be fine. It's just AI.
Yeah. I have Arthas and Raynor.
Never mind, I'm coming down to help. He's just got Kel'Thas up here, so. Oh no, I'm sorry. That's not Kel'Thas, that's Nova. He's absolutely got Nova under control. Looks like it is Gazlowe in the middle. Gazlowe just about took me out.
Well, that's no good.
No. I'm a little surprised. Oh, he had some help from Nazebo.
Thrall followed you down.
Looks like Raynor is going to make a break for the Dragon Knight. And he's got it.
Excellent.
Nazebo's going to get me. I was trying to get around to keep the cannons from firing. My fault for being aggressive.
Don't want to overextend if you don't have to.
No. That's my mantra. Don't throw my mantra back at me.
Sometimes you just need to be reminded.
Yeah, I know.
Hey, you know what's good when you're playing a mage character?
What?
Mana.
Top tower.
Rotating down.
Wait just 1 second. Should be good. Good job. Nothing left but the gate. Those spiders are crazy.
Yes, yes they are. Shrine's up in 30.
We should have this fort down by then. Almost there.
Falling back.
Yep. We take life drain instead of a normal.
Okay.
Try to give myself a little more survivability.
Got Nova and Nazebo down here now.
Okay. I am waiting at the Dragon Shrine just in case. Nope, not gonna happen.
Nope, they're gonna take the bottom too.
Okay.
Crazy spiders.
Yeah, those spiders are nuts.
Stay there. Looks like Rainer's coming down to help me cap.
Looks that way. Wailing Arrow is the choice.
Capping now.
I'm waiting. Boom.
Very dead, Nazebo. Oh, but we got Rainer and Gazlo and everybody else down here now. But we got some help on our side from Mirrodin.
Okay. I just got Arthas up here with me. Thrall is kind of help keeping him under control. Oh, there's Raina and Nova. Gonna finish taking this gate out.
Alright, we're on the bottom gate. Hearthing back. Then heading back down towards the bottom gate. Actually, I think I'm 12. I might can take these siege giants by myself.
Just be patient. Oh,
Alright, I'll wait.
oh, Thrall's dead. Oh no, he managed to get out of there. Alright, so I am going to go and take these bruiser camp after I help Mirrodin out.
Whoa, that is a big starship from Raynor.
So what do you think about that? Do you play enough Raynor to really have an opinion?
I think it's a fantastic ability. I mean, yes, you can kind of counteract its ability by grouping up, but it's still it does a lot of damage in open space.
So does Arthas. Looks like Thrall got a hold of the Dragon Knight.
Yeah, and I'm hearthing back for mana and health. I was 1-on-3 and managed to kill Arthas a minute ago, but it left me pretty much drained.
Grats. I think Thrall is going to go down.
Nope.
I'm impressed. I'm going Cold Embrace. Do a
I'm
little
going.
bit of vulnerability here.
Yeah, that's what I took. Northern Exposure. It allows my Cone of Cold to break armor.
Black Arrow is just so good.
Yep.
I would say it's probably the second best passive ability in the game.
They are all grouped up in the middle lane.
That's cool. I don't look. Going around to get this other one.
I'm coming with you. Shrine's up in 30.
They're all vulnerable if you want to give them a shot. You rotate down and get these sieges. I'm going up to get the Dragon Shrine.
I'm going down to get the bottom Dragon Shrine.
Mine looks like Thrall is going to get it, so I'm going to go for the knot. Level 18 Dragon Knight should be close to good game.
Yeah, I also grabbed the bottom group of the bottom bruiser camp, so we should be good. It's a very blue map.
Yeah. Easy, easy, easy.
Easy peasy. Yep.
I didn't even pick my level 20 talent.
I don't think I did either.
Alright. 92k siege damage. I'll take it.
Very nice, sir. I think we're going to pick up another one here.
That works for me.
Alright.
Switch over to Kerrigan.
Nice. Add Diablo and Vala. That's a lot of damage. 3 assassins, 2 warriors.
I mean, Sonya is pretty much just a little bit tougher
Assassin.
assassin.
What are your thoughts on this map?
Honestly, Cursed Hollow is one of those maps where it forces you to team fight, and you have to pick and choose your team fights. So in a lot of ways, it's good, but I think unless your team is used to fighting on it, you just struggle with coordination, especially if you don't have a voice chat.
Yeah, I actually enjoy this map. I think it's one of the more fun maps for me, just because I enjoy the forced team fights over the tributes.
I don't know. I think it's really hard when you have someone who has like a butcher or an Asmodan or someone who takes up a lot of space. The really narrow corridors make for some really awkward. Like you have to take that into account in your team comp, not just about what you want to play, but how you're going to fit in all the tiny lanes.
Yeah, I gotcha.
And it was around in the alpha. You and I were both in the technical alpha, so we've played this for a while. I guess I'm just a little tired of it.
So I've got Stitches and Falstad in the top lane.
I have Zeratul and Sylvanas in the middle.
Well, I would have had Falstad dead, but Diablo rushed in and knocked him out of my blizzard area.
Oh, imagine that. I don't know any time where that might have happened. I don't know anyone who does that with their Diablo.
I know, right?
I'm going to have to give up this lane for a second while I go back to heal. Maybe you'll get lucky and he'll. There it is. Which has Zeratul around. Daggone it, I see what you're talking about. Yeah. He single-handedly kept Sylvanas alive twice in that engagement.
Yep.
That's all right though. I mean, hopefully he'll learn. At least he's making these mistakes in the AI matches.
Right. Oh, there's our second tribute. Heading
Yep.
that way.
I'm coming up. Stand back in the bushes for a second. Falstad and Stitches are already on it.
I'm down.
I'll let him chase Sylvanas.
Good job.
You know, he's got the 20k for the Treasure Goblin mount. He should know better than how he's been playing.
Yeah, I'm actually going to go mid lane with you now, since the next spawn will probably be at the bottom.
Yep. I actually think I am going to hit the healing fountain real quickly. And go ahead and start moving down. Let's take this siege over here. All right. Works for me.
Falstad just barely made it out alive.
Excellent. You just missed probably one of my favorite combos.
What's that?
They were all lined up, wanting to. They were trying to get into our little funnel we had set up for them, and so they were all just kind of lined up. So I yanked them all in with Primal Grasp and Maelstrom. They were all at about a quarter health when they got to me. They went down. They went down fast. Going up. Let's get our boss.
All right, I'm on my way, but I gotta hit a healing fountain first. I'm out of mana.
Okay.
Grab these bruisers while we're here.
That's a lot of push.
Yes, yes it is. Let
See what
them
I mean?
decide how they want to defend.
Oh. Diablo's going for the aggressive bruisers. Almost got this fort. Sweet.
That, sir, would be catapults.
Yep. Go and get this tribute. They're not already on it.
I'm pretty sure they have other things to think about.
Alright. Let's go down for the aggressive boss.
Let's grab the aggressive bruisers.
Yep.
That's a triple kill. Quad kill.
That, folks, is the game.
Yep.
17, almost 18.
Yep. Alright. So, you got one more in you, or are you good?
We'll do one more.
Alright, one more. That will finish out my dailies.
Yep. How do you want to run it?
I need an assassin so I can play Jaina or I can play somebody else.
No, you're good. Let's see. Someone to back you up. Hmm.
Cole's gonna run Sonya again, so he must be working on dailies there.
Fair enough. Yeah, I'll run Zeratul.
God, dude, that skin is so awesome.
Yeah, I like it. Sky Temple.
I like this map a lot.
I do too. I know for a lot of people it's gotten old, but I feel like it's got. I don't know. It forces you to strategize. If you don't have a strategy, you can't win it. You cannot win this. You cannot win this map by just being stubborn and laning.
That's true.
Unless you have Sylvanas and Sergeant Hammer and you leave them in a lane by themselves and just let them rock their way to your core, but no one's stupid enough to do that.
No, of course not.
Yeah, if you're a if you're if you're someone who likes Abathur play, this map is just it's built for Abathur. The Locust build, anyways.
Yeah, yeah. Where do you want to go? Let's you and I go bottom.
Okay.
We'll just destroy whichever poor unfortunate soul walks into the bottom lane.
That's kind of what I was thinking. Cause I'm willing to bet we'll get two. What are the advantages of being cloaked? Looks like there's two in the middle, Muradin and Azebo, two up top. Lily and Gazlo.
Raynor making poor life choices.
Yep. You ready?
Yep.
Oh wow. I saluted Raynor. I've never heard that before. He said, well fought, James Raynor. All right, mid temple.
Heading up that way.
Spiders. I just couldn't resist.
Yeah, I had him almost dead. I thought the boss would kill him, but
All right.
we're destroying them. But Mirrodin's gonna get me.
There's a whole lot of spiders up there too.
Yep. Heading back down to the bottom to take care of Rainer.
Okay. Go ahead in there too. Put him on the bench. Let's take this bruiser camp.
On my way.
$23 seconds left on that. Coming around behind Mr. Rainer.
Poor life choices, Jim Raynor. Poor life choices.
I hear those fingers of fury over there. Gotcha. Void prison because there is no other choice there. Raw is such a smart aleck. Dang it. So hard to kill.
Alright, moving on.
Watch out. Bringing them with me. Target old Nazebo. I have to go heal.
Alright. I am falling back. I'm about out of mana. About out of mana. But not before I can make a pretty decent push. Oh, towers are up.
Yep. I think they're coming down to this bottom tower, so I'm going to go help you guys. I don't even think they're going to go for it.
I think we're good. We
Yep,
got
they are.
this. Oh, are they coming? Nice. Well done.
And with that, I will hearth back.
Yep, me too. I think we're all three gonna hearth because I need mana.
We'll go up and help them with this top temple.
I think I'm gonna go down and try to cap these this siege camp.
Looks like they've got it. Let's go down and take this boss.
Okay.
We should be 15 by the time we get there. Guess not. Let's get... There we go. Wait, did I see somebody over here? I did.
Okay, that was weird. I don't know what just happened. Killed the siege giants, but nothing spawned.
Oh no, they spawned. We just killed them.
Oh, I thought we were still capping them.
No, they capped them right before we killed them.
Missed that part.
All right. Siege giants backing up the big guy. We'll go up here and see if I can't increase his survivability a little bit.
Alright, I am pushing with you.
I was not successful.
Nope, and we killed two of them, but I'm bailing out.
I was going to say we killed two of theirs, but they killed two of us, so a swap isn't really what we were looking for there. We didn't manage to get the fort down. That's what I was hoping for. I was hoping if I went in there and helped, we'd get that fort down. We'd start getting some catapults in, but
yeah, but I think we're gonna get this temple pretty much unopposed.
I think you're right. Alright, so bruisers? I think bruisers.
I agree. Bruisers.
Alright, aggressive bruisers.
Be careful, looks like they're grouping up in the top. And that is what you call a combo.
Yep.
Full team wop.
Is this GG? I think it might be.
we need to be ready to be on them when they spawn here in about 7 seconds, just in case.
You mean like that?
Yeah, something like that.
All right. That'll do, Donkey. That'll do.
Yep, very good set of games, sir. It was a lot of fun.
It was.
That knocks out my dailies. Alright, and
Awesome. See you next week, sir.
alright, and as always, good gaming.